Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Dylan. Today I'm gonna give you an update on my Latarjet procedure surgery week 11. I have skipped week 10. This is because I was quite busy with Christmas and New Year and all other things. So first of all, I want to wish you a happy New Year, a happy 2026. I just know that this year is going to be special for most of us because we are going to recover fully or as much as we can. And I just wish you and I pray that you may recover well without much pain. I just pray lots of peace and strength mentally. Yeah, I really think about you, and I just want to say for myself that the past couple of weeks have been very intense, because I'm struggling with this nerve damage. And of course, it is not only about the surgery. We also have things in life. We have, our partner, our children, our job, our house, just lots of things, to think about. And some of those things are hard and are struggles, obstacles. So for me, having that nerve damage was something that I had to accept, and that was, pretty hard. I was in denial for a while, and I can say that right now I have accepted the fact that I'm struggling with this, and yeah, I'm very optimistic. I have positive hopes for the future. And I just want to give you a quick update on what has happened since I told you about the nerve damage. I also want to say that I'm still receiving messages on a daily basis, emails, but also, on YouTube or Instagram. I met some people who are struggling with nerve damage themselves, so I am not the only one. But I just see that people are in fear, are insecure, are doubting if they are going to be able to do what they love to do, to go back into sports, to just live a normal life. And once again, I just think this is pretty normal because we have no control over what is coming. We have not much control over the rehab. Of course, we can try to be as sane as possible in the mind and, to go to rehab or do whatever we are allowed to do. But somehow we have to have faith that everything is going to be all right. So this is not easy. And so if you're having this, just remember that it is normal. For me, it helps to pray because I'm a person of faith, and I will speak about this in coming videos. But prayer, having faith, reading the Bible, listening to worship music, this is something that really is helping me through this period. And it is definitely not easy, but for me, this is really what I'm thriving on. Anyways, I want to speak about the nerve damage, and I just want to say that it is important to know or to understand that I have 3 people that are taking care of me. So I have, first of all, the surgeon who has done the surgery. That is pretty logic. But then I also have a neurologist. I have met the guy about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I will speak more about him. I also spoke about him in previous video. But so I have the surgeon, the neurologist, specialized in nerves, and then I have my doctor. He did an EMG 1 month ago, and he did an EMG today. So today I went to the doctor to do another EMG. I will add some footage here. And he basically wanted to see if there is improvement. So they give shocks in your neck because here are lots of nerves.
Heb je naar buiten duwen? Mag je aan naar buiten duwen? Schrijf dan Frida. Kijk eens verplaatsen. Klik je aan naar je te trekken.
They give you shocks, and then they check how good the nerves and the muscles are reacting to that shock. They basically want to know how fast that the nerve is transferring the signal to the muscle. And so today they wanted to check if this has increased. Not just a little increase, it has to increase a lot, because otherwise the neurologist wanted to do surgery. And the neurologist was speaking about, and I have no idea how to say it, but it is called neurolysis or neurolysis. And this is basically, it's a kind of a surgery where they are going to cut me open fully, like a big incision, because they want to be able to see the whole nerve. They want to track the nerve. And you can compare the nerve with a cable, right? And they want to do the neurolysis because they want to check the nerve. It is possible that after the surgery that, the nerve has become like this. And of course, this is very big now, but they want to check if there are any weird movements in the nerve so they can make it back. Because they are basically, what they do during the surgery is that they are using things, in the shoulder to open the muscles. And so if the nerve is like that and they're opening it, then you can see that the nerve is moved a little. And so when they remove it, it is possible that the nerve stays like that. And so I think you understand what I mean. They want to just check if the nerve is still straight. If it is not, they can adjust it. It is also possible that the nerve is just too much damaged. And then the second thing that they might do is they are going to take my tricep. They're going to take the nerves of my tricep, and they are going to take about 10% of that nerve and connect it with the nerves that are broken or are not functioning well. And they are just going to do that because this will help my other nerve to function better, and I'm not going to lose lots of strength in my tricep if they take 10%. So that is a neurolysis. I have no idea if I have explained it understandable, but I think I did. And then the second thing that is on the table is that they still assume that the screws that they have put in my shoulder, that it is blocking the nerve. Okay, so if this is the nerve and the screws are in, the screw is sticking out 2 millimeters out of the shoulder, and it is possible that it's like touching the nerve, not piercing it, but just touching it. And it may be that it is blocking the nerve, and by that the movement that I can do is very limited. And so as you can see, and this is something that I want to say, is my range of motion and my strength is still improving. Like, I'm able to do things. As you can see, I can also raise my arm to the side, but this is hard. This is really hard, and that is not normal. I am also able to do push-ups. I can do like 12 push-ups if I want. My physio told me not to do it because it can be dangerous, but I just see that my range of motion is improving, and that is super nice. My range of motion is improving. I'm not going to say that it's super easy, but I can do it, but it is improving. And my strength as well, I just can do. And so I just feel that I can do lots of things. My range of motion is still improving, my strength is improving, and of course I'm not fully able to do everything, and that is pretty annoying. It's also sometimes hard to give a hand to people because I'm trying to show you. I can give a hand, but it's always, because the infraspinatus, one of the nerves or the muscles that is damaged, it is important to hold up my arm. And so whenever I try to get up my arm, it's falling down because, it's not receiving a good signal. So they are going to fix that. I strongly believe, and I have positive hopes that they are going to fix it. And so I accepted it, and I'm very optimistic that everything will be all right. And so the 22nd of January, I'm going to the hospital, to the neurologist. A colleague of him is going to do an echography. He's going to check my nerves. I didn't know that is possible with the echo, but he told me that the people who are doing echoes of the nerves, they are highly skilled, have lots of experience. It is not super easy. But he told me that this guy is very skilled at it, so I'm going to do the echo. And right after that, the neurologist is going to tell me what he is going to do. So it is possible that they are going to remove the screws. It is possible that they are going to do the neurolysis. He also told me that if they are going to do the neurolysis, that it is possible that they will do 2 surgeries. So one of the infraspinatus and perhaps also one of the deltoids. But this is something that is not clear yet. I'm just waiting right now. The 22nd of January, I will have full clarity, and then, then I'm just going to accept whatever is coming. It is all about accepting and all about having faith in something that I cannot control. And yeah, it's not easy. I will show you my range of motion and show you what I can do right now, because that is also super important. Let's get to it. So the two hardest things for me were the side raise and the front raise. Front raise, side raise. And this may seem very easy to do right now, but I'm compensating with my traps. And it's hard, I cannot go any higher. And this is hard. And so if I want to give you a hand, I have a tendency to, my arm has a tendency to fall back. So this is something that I'm dealing with right now. But for example, to show you for the sake of showing, I can do push-ups. So that is not pretty hard. So yeah, long story short, I'm still waiting for 100% clarity, but today the EMG results were positive. The only thing that they see is that the infraspinatus and supraspinatus are not really recovering well. So that is something that they have questions about. The surgeon is going to decide whether or not he is going to remove the screws, but he is going to communicate with the neurologist because they know each other, and my surgeon was a student of that neurologist. That is also something interesting to know. But the 22nd of January, I'm going to my neurologist. He's going to take an echo of my nerves. He's going to check if there is any damage that he can see. And then he will decide if they will do a surgery to remove the screws and replace them, or to do 1 or 2 surgeries called neurolysis to check the nerves if there are any wrong movements, or if they have to repair it by taking a piece of my tricep and bridge it to the nerve that is broken. So that is something that I'm waiting for. I'm doing good mentally. It's not easy, but I have accepted it. So that is something important. And I also had a check-in with my physio. I made a video especially for you with exercises that you can do at home. So I will make a video about that in a few days. Once again, I'm not a doctor or a surgeon. I'm not sharing any medical advice. This is just my experience. But if you can get some inspiration out of these exercises, be my guest. Okay guys, so this is it for today. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, email, or on YouTube. If you want to stay updated, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and also a little remembering about the Google form to fill it in and help me grow this channel. I wish you all the best. I pray for you guys. Much love, strength, and peace. God bless, and see you soon.